of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Chicago Bears.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Tony Pollard.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 40-yard line.
Play fake. Rivers. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Take this forward only up to about the 7. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tartt.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd motion on 3rd and short yardage. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
First down.
Jackson from the shotgun. Throw left side complete. It's Harper. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Naeem Hines, his first carry. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Hines. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where a play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, have that dagger play, have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Tucker. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. And Jackson throwing once more. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Complete.
From 19 yards away, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Nothing.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield, and that will be incomplete. Rivers tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On third down, Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Again on second and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. To throw again. Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Tucker. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. 17. From 19 yards away. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
For the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
At the line And prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Rivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
3rd and long.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Jackson looking for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
37-yard line.
Throwing, Rivers. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Now Jackson on first down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Jackson going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Caught out left side by Robinson. 30, 10, touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camp. Do you remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room? This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board. In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. the gun, Rivers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad.
And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Come on!
That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Following the interception here, Rivers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
On the deep ball. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch that. Watch that. Check right 54. Not ball 18.
To throw again. Rivers. To Jefferson on the slant. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's out of time. 19, right here. Hey, watch that. Watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 38, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Mike 54. Mike 54. 54.
A first down throw here for Rivers. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Rivers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he's got it. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. To the air again here, Rivers. The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and run for it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for two. Back to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful.
Bears 18.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Atlanta.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
With a dime left on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 57 yards. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
It's second down.
After the sack on first down, Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harper. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Falcons 28, Bears 18.
McCann's got it teed up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They run the option here on first and 10. Rivers fires this into the flat, complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Loss of a yard.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Here we go. 60 action. Hey, let's go. Here we go.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The throw left side taken in by Kmet. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. This is Warble. Check 54. Mike 54.
They'll throw again. Rivers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
On the deep ball.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
The tackle.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Mike, 45. Rip left. 45 the Mike. Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up into 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches...
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, Rivers, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Rivers, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off just shy of midfield. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated. Correctly, 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Watch the slip.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. From the gun, Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
At the 7-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll roll him out right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line. And that ball popped free. We could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
The 5-yard line.
McCann's kick up and good. And And that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They end up getting stumped twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Back at his own 49.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st down, Rivers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
Bears 26.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know, coaches.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now left side on the swing pass. He's got room to run past the 20. And finally taken down to the 26-yard line.
To number 20.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all they're going to...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Bears So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Look at this. They're not even going to get the two-point play off. Maybe too much indecision. It's going to cost them 5 yards.
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for two, but weren't really sure they should go for two. Do we, don't we, do we, don't we? And guess what ends up happening?
5-yard penalty.
That's right. Now you probably line up to kick the extra point.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for two to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. The quarterback will keep it himself. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for two, when to go for one. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And you just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for two. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up one makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And a Falcon first down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harper, he's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown.
A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. He's back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Rivers. Open man here, Sims, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Rivers now from the 50. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And he hits his target, left side, Watson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Second and 10. Rivers to throw, letting one go deep for the end zone. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Jackson's going to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And you've got to say, CD, it was the